Hey everybody, welcome back. Jordan here. Today we're going to be checking out the new LEGO Star Wars Imperial Light Cruiser, also known as Moff Gideon's Cruiser. This is LEGO set 75315 with 1,336 pieces. The box art on this thing is absolutely glorious. You got the Imperial Light Cruiser ripping through space there with a couple large explosions, a mini TIE fighter right there, and also the minifigures in which this set comes with in the bottom right corner and the Mandalorian in the top right corner. The back of the box shows off some of the details of this set. You can see that the bridge can be used as a handle. You can launch some of those TIE fighters. It's got some spring-loaded shooters, and of course you can put your minifigures in the bridge, and which opens up to reveal all of the interior details. And you can see your glorious minifigures over here, sort of in a battle. Here we have our 6 Star Wars minifigures in which come with this set. Starting with the child, we've all seen this one before. Nothing has changed. He is just the same old Grogu. Then we have Moff Gideon. This is an amazing minifigure. I like Moff Gideon. He is pretty awesome. He's got the nice printed torso piece there. He's got the black cape with the red inside. He does come with a dark saber. The dark saber is probably one of my biggest beefs with this set. We did not get a new custom mold for that. It is just a lightsaber hilt with a black bar. Not the best. And there's his alternate face there. He's sort of distressed or a little bit angry. Mando is just straight up awesome. The amount of print detailing on his torso, legs, arms is incredible. Also, you get the printed helmet. That is the Beskar, of course, and the Beskar spear as well, along with his large rifle. Fennec Shand is actually pretty sweet as well. Some amazing print detailing once again on the torso, arms, and the legs. She's got this insane helmet right here, which is actually one of the coolest helmets I've seen in a while, along with this really big blaster. Yeah, like this helmet is just really cool. Dual mold, pretty sweet. And she's got 2 faces, so there's the first one, and there's the second one there with some print detailing on the back as well. Cara Dune, pretty sweet. Once again, has a massive blaster. Standard Cara Dune face with hair and an alternate angry face. Alright, this is probably the most highly anticipated minifigure of the set. We have the Dark Trooper. The Dark Trooper is amazing. I love this guy right here. Look at all that print detailing. It looks fantastic. See how he's got like the red glow coming out of his helmet there? That's not actually in the helmet. That's actually on his headpiece. So the helmet has like the eye holes and it just allows that red glow to come through. You can also see his large shoulder pads. The print is actually on its shoulder pads and also on its torso as well. It comes with the blaster, and then he's got 2 open studs in the back with some print detailing on the back. The only thing wrong with this Dark Trooper is that we should have got multiple of them because there's like a ton of them in the scene with the Dark Troopers, and these guys are just glorious. I thoroughly enjoyed them in The Mandalorian Season 2, and I wish we got more of them in the set. So there we have our minifigures, and now it's time to move on to the Imperial Light Cruiser. To say the least, I am very excited and very pleased with this model. It is absolutely fantastic. I think it is just the perfect size, and it's got the perfect combination, like all LEGO Star Wars sets, of Technic in the inside and also plate work on the outside, along with all of the greebling and details like you would expect, such as rotating turrets, spring-loaded shooters, more firepower, and lots of accessibility and play for a set of this size. Now, I did mention that it had the Technic Core in the inside, and that was very important because the bridge right here actually serves as a handle in which you can pick up the ship. I'm very happy with the center of gravity of the ship. When you pick it up by the handle, it stays nice and flat and level. We can all tell the shape of the ship by just looking at it. It's sort of like a diamond shape here. And what's very interesting is this large panel right here with the 2 large rotating turrets there actually opens up as it's got some Technic components with some pins here so it can hinge upward. One thing I will note, when you take a look at the bridge, it's a decent sized bridge and it actually matches the scale of the model. However, when you look at the blasters or the cannons look huge. But with that said, they are designed for play. And because they're that big, you're able to fit lots of nice detail in there and also 2 spring-loaded shooters on either side. But realistically, when you take a look at the cannons here and you compare it to the size of the bridge, they're just a little bit too large. We do have some details on the bridge, and that's actually created by using sticker elements. Those were tricky stickers to place. You know, getting in there was a little bit difficult. Also, there's a lot of them in a dense area. You got 5 to create those details of the bridge. It would have been nice to get some printed elements for that. Overall, I'm really happy with the design of the bridge because it's very strong. Very easy to pick up the model, which is perfect because you don't really want to grab this thing like this if you're a kid. You want to pick it up by the bridge and you want to fly that thing around. Very detailed, a nice odd shape by using these slope elements here, also some cheese wedges on the side and the panels on the side of it as well that cover it with the studs sort of facing toward the camera, so sort of studs not on top. The diamond shape of the ship is definitely covered up quite nicely with some very nice angles right here and also some really nice greebling as well. We also have 4 cannons on this side and 4 cannons on the opposite side as well. This was pretty cool. I like how they used this circular piece here with some cheese wedges to create that design. And then once again, as we move to the back of the ship, we have some other nice designs along with some more greebling filling in there. And take a look what's right here. That's actually one of our TIE fighters. It's got a nice 1x1 printed circular tile piece there for the glass or windscreen of it. And they just sort of are held in there by a stud that attaches to a jumper. And there's actually 2 TIE fighters, so there's one here that we just saw, there's one on the other side, and that's actually a storage spot. Those are temporarily stored there, and you can bust them out and play with them. And we'll have a look at the play feature that's included on this ship here once we get to the main area there where we can open it up and have a look at the interior. Moving along here, we've got the nice rail piece here just to add a nice texture to the outside, and that's just below the spine of the ship that's created using all of these slope elements. And that brings us to the very back where we have our thrusters. So we've got our large dish elements in the trans blue color to represent the thrusters, and definitely some nice shapes here using these large cylinder pieces and also some really nice angles here that are matched on both the top and bottom of the ship. And of course, as you already know, it is symmetrical on this side here. Let's open up this bridge here and also load those TIE fighters into the launching mechanism and check it out. So like I was saying earlier, this whole hatch here will open up. There's just some Technic components right back here along with some pins that will allow it to hinge upward just like that there. The hatch itself is pretty ugly. I mean, you've obviously got lots of plates there and then you've got some red elements there for some lighting. Looking at the interior here, there's not a whole lot going on inside. However, because there's not a whole lot going on, that allows you to fit all of your minifigures in there with some space to spare, which is somewhat decent because, I mean, it's not really a ground battle. So you wouldn't have any of these characters on the ground. You'd have them inside the ship, right? However, I'd probably display mine on some minifigure stands on the display with the set. But yeah, this table right here is actually a really cool build. I really did like that. And it's actually got Moff Gideon's coffee. I bet you his coffee is very dark. It's a bad Star Wars joke. But in the inside here, not much going on. You got the table. That was definitely the best build. Then you've got some slopes right here with some sticker elements on it, and also some slopes right here with some sticker elements on it. Honestly, not much going on in there, just a whole lot of space so that you can fit all of your minifigures in there having sort of a giant battle. Now you will see this thing right here that's going to hit that large gun. This is the component, or the Technic component, that's going to allow us to launch our ships. So the TIE fighters will sort of just sit there on these tiles, on these rails like that. You'll see them on the nose of the ship right here. And then essentially you just push this forward and it's going to launch the ship. Now this is a huge fault in this set because it looks ugly when you have it open and you want to launch these TIE fighters that barely fit on these tile rails here. So you can't launch it when it's closed like this, right? Like how am I supposed to launch that TIE fighter? It's just sitting there loosely. It's not even in position. There's nowhere for me to flick it out or anything like that, or use a spring-loaded shooter or anything to get it out. It's literally just sitting there. So like, that's the only way you can launch it. It's got some pretty good thrust because obviously you just use your hand and you just push it out. But like, it's sort of disappointing. Like I like that they added this feature, but I don't think it's the best because you can't launch it when the ship is closed. And you can't keep the ship there. There's no option of having it, you know, studded in place right there. So that's why there's the 2 spots, one on either side of the ship, where you can temporarily stow away your little mini TIE fighters, right? So I don't know, that play feature was cool in theory, but the fact that you need to open it up is just sort of pointless because You know, maybe you're flying around, you know, maybe you're testing the swooshability of your ship, woo, and then you want to try and launch a TIE fighter, but you can't do it without this hatch being opened. In general, I am absolutely thrilled with this set. It comes with some great minifigures with some great print detailing. It's got 4 spring-loaded shooters, so it's got firepower. Whoa, I didn't even mean to do that. Firepower galore. It's got a wicked strong Technic-based handle, so you can really fly this thing around, and it just looks glorious. That's my thoughts on the set. Let me know what you think of the set by commenting below. I hope you enjoyed the review. Remember to like and subscribe and stay tuned for some more great stuff. Peace out.